So before I get started, I'm going to tell you guys what I used for foundation and the steps that I did before the eye look, before I get into the eye look. So to moisturize, I use this one. I showed it in my what I got for Christmas. You can get it at, you can only get it at Cosmoprof is the sucky thing, but maybe you can get it online. I really like this. And that's what it looks like. That's what I used to moisturize. And then as a primer, I used, it's super dirty, but I use this NYX pore filler. And then for foundation, I mixed the Kat Von D foundation and the Maybelline. I think this is Maybelline, right? Yeah, the Fit Me Maybelline. It's the Dewy Smooth. I mixed these two together. I use mostly this one and a little tiny bit of this one because this one's full coverage. And then that's what I used as my foundation. I just did it with my beauty blender. It's dirty because I just used it. And then for my eyebrows, I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. And that's about it. That's all I did. And then for this eye look, I used the Modern Renaissance and like one eyeshadow out of the Tarte. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started.
Look what I found. I found a pizza stuff.
Wow. So for my transition shade, I used Smarty Pants and the Tarte palette, which is this one. And I just used it in my crease as a transition shade. And I'm just using this fluffy brush that came with the Modern Renaissance palette. And then I'm gonna go in with Love Letter, which is this one. And I'm just gonna build that until I get the color that I want. I'm gonna put it in my crease. And you just want to get a tad bit because they're super pigmented, so you don't really need a lot. I rather like build it up slowly than having too much, and then it's a lot harder to blend. So once I have it like that, I'm going to in with Warm Taupe, which is this one, and then I'm going to grab this one, the darkest brown. And then I'm just going to put that in my outer V and in my inner corner, just a little bit. Mostly in the outer corner. Just to darken that up a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with...
Mommy, I have the princess.
With Vermeer, which is this one. I think that's how you say it. And it's a really shimmery light pink color, and for that one I'm going to use my flat brush. Where's my flat brush? Right here. So I'm going to take my flat brush, and as usual I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus with shimmery shades. If you spray them with Fix Plus first, you'll get like the full like real color and shimmer. And you're just gonna pack it on mostly on the center. Notice that I'm not like putting it way out here or in the outer V. I'm just putting it in the center mostly. And then with that fluffy brush, with the whatever product's already on there, you're just gonna go over it like this, like that. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that Love Letter because I don't want like the color to get lost. And just go over that. That way everything's blended. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer, and then I'll be back in just a second. So for my concealer, I used the Fit Me concealer and the LA Girl Pro concealer. This one's a little bit too light for me, and this one's a little bit too dark. So together they make the perfect match. So that's why I mixed them. And to set my under eye concealer, I used the L'Oreal Mercier setting powder in translucent, and I love this stuff. It's thebomb.com. And for my waterline, I decided to go with a white pencil. This one's the LA Girl eyeliner pencil in white, and I'm just gonna go ahead and line my waterline with this. And I did this so I could brighten up my eyes. I didn't want anything too dark on my eyes. I wanted more like a flirty, bright look instead of something like super dark and dramatic. Just because it is Valentine's Day and you want to be like cute still, but you know, bright. So after I do that, I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. Where's my smaller brush? It's back here. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, not this one. This one. And I'm just going to go in my under eye, and with the Love Letter, this one, I'm going to use that under my under eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the warm taupe and just kind of like smudge it so it can be like blended, so that there's not any harsh lines, like that. And then I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I used and grab Primavera. Did I grab that one? No, I didn't actually. I used the one in the Tarte palette. It's called Funny Girl. It's this one. I love that shade, as you can tell. I always use that one for my inner corner. And I'm gonna just place it in the inner corner. Like that. Does she have to go pee? And then I'm going to go ahead and put my lashes on. I didn't use eyeliner because, like I said, I didn't want this look to be dark. I wanted it to be like fun, flirty, and like bright. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my eyelashes on. I'm using the Eiffel lashes and the number 62. And I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the finished look. For contouring, I used the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, as usual. And then for blush, I added blush. I don't usually add blush, but today I thought it would be appropriate to use it for the Valentine's Day look. I used this one from Kat Von D. It's called Bonnie and Clyde. It's the Shade and Light blush. And then what else did I do? Oh, on my lips, I did the NYX Suede lip liner in the color Soft Spoken. And then I put this Kat Von D one on, but it was like way too pink because the lip liner's pink and this is pinkish. And you guys know how I feel about pink on my skin. So I put Dulce K on top. Just kind of like make it a little bit less pink and more brown, but still have like a hint of pink. And for mascara, I used the Manga, or the Miss Manga. There you go. It's called the Miss Manga. And yeah, that was it. Oh, for my highlighter, I used the MAC Soft and Gentle. This is one of my favorites. I've had this for a really long time, and I really, really like this highlighter. It's my fave. But yeah, that was all for this look. I hope you guys liked it. Also, I wanted to say, a lot of people take my story times way too serious. Like, some people think that they're current, and probably only 2 of my story times were like more recent, and that was the one where like I had when I got my phone stolen and stuff. But other than that, all of them are really, really old. And I'm only saying that because one of my like friends, I guess, she's not really my friend, or else she would know that's not true. But I mean, she's still like one of my friends, I guess. And she thought that Lily's dad had a baby, and no, that was like a really, really long time ago. Lily's dad doesn't have another baby with somebody else, because if he did, we wouldn't be together. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up, because sometimes I feel like people are confused, and most of my story times that I tell are really, really old. So yeah, so I hope you guys like this Valentine's Day look, and let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions on something that I used and didn't mention. But yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see, and let me know what you thought about this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next one.